Fishbone from their new album Stockholm Syndrome. It's the veteran band's 9th studio album and the first in nearly 2 decades. We caught up with frontman and founding member Angelo to talk about the state of the union, the state of Fishbone, and the recently deceased music legend Sly Stone.
Well, I grew up on this music. Ever since I was a kid, man, Sly Stone and James Brown and Duke Ellington and Muddy Waters and all those blues singers and Big Mama Thornton, all that was a part of my growing up, and so that was one of them.
Right.
Sly Stone was always in the mix.
Because your dad was a musician. He played with like Count Basie and stuff, right? So that must have been
My
helpful.
dad played with Count Basie for a minute. Yeah, he played saxophone, so he insisted that I play saxophone.
Not bad. Yeah.
Yep.
And did you ever have any personal interaction with Sly along the way?
Well, I met him in a bar.
Oh, cool.
I met him in a bar somewhere in Los Angeles. He was an asshole. It's okay. Maybe he was going through something. You never know what the fuck people are going through. Shit.
That's a fact.
But he was like someone from get out of here, get your bottom me type shit. I'm like, okay, well, I like your music, man. I like your music.
Have you seen the film about him that's just come out?
Yeah, man, it's pretty goddamn heavy.
Yeah, pretty
Pretty
cool.
heavy.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yep.
A lot of it remind me of me a minute.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you've come
Yep.
through you've been sober for quite a while now, right?
Yep. It's 2020.
All right.
It's 2020, man, since the beginning of the quarantine.
Right. Well, it's been a big like signpost for a lot of people, either good, bad, or it could go either way, it looks like.
Yeah, it helped me out a lot, man. I was able to disconnect from everything that I do.
Yeah.
It's got a lot that has, that requires a lot of energy, and it can be stress inducing, heavy on the heart and spirit sometimes in a good and a bad way. So
Right.
I was able to disconnect from that.
Right.
Because they had to cancel all the tours and shows, all people related
Yeah.
activities.
And so how is touring now? Is it different for you?
Um, well, it's it's the only way that it's different is that we got a whole new band.
That's right. Well, it's not all new band. You got a few old folks back in as well. But tell me about the
Yeah, we
band
got
and
Stacey
how it got
T,
to be where it is now.
right? Stacey T is playing on guitar. He was in the Special Forces
Yeah.
era of Fishbone, and then Chris is an original member, is back in the band.
Right.
And then we have brand new guys, Hassan, Jason, and JS, drummer,
Right.
bass, and trumpet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Hassan played with the two, and then JS and James played with Blue Eyed Extinction. And so now they on the Fishbone team.
That's right. So why has there been there's always been a kind of turnover and people coming and going. Why is that, do you think?
Well, man, because of a different interest in the music and the art,
Right.
and what it means to different interests, man. So we got there through the evolution of time, there became different opinions so strong that it ended up in those guys not wanting to be a part of it anymore.
Right. But they always seem to come back.
Yeah, well, except for this time,
Yeah. Okay.
and for the exception of the two guys that are in the band now,
Right.
they came back. Right,
Right.
they came back for this revision of the Stockholm Syndrome.
Yep. So let's talk about the record a little bit. It starts out with a song called Last Call in America. I think George Clinton's on that particular track. Why is that the one that you want to have at the top of the list there?
Hatred has consumed the nation. Price gouging and rising inflation. $5 for gasoline. This drinking water is killing me. Every day the story stays the same. And the guns keep firing. And it's always us that takes the blame. Every day we're dying. It seems as though the world is gone insane. Now the people asking why? Last call in America. Last call in America.
Well, because we are in a last call America scenario in our country for real, in real time. The country's at war.
Yeah.
We're being attacked from the inside. And so it's the last call for America if we as a people don't decide to do something about it and not just let the tyrant, the tyranny, and the dictatorship that Trump is trying to do, let that happen and all of the crazy shit that he's doing along with it. I don't need to go into it because I don't know politics in detail.
Right.
I just know the big moves and the big picture type of shit that I see. And as a visionary, I use it. I end up using a lot of it as a muse
Right.
to write it.
Right.
Trump is an entertainer, man.
Yeah.
Trump is an entertainer, and he's one of the best at it, right?
He seems to
And
be.
so this is how he has America by the balls, because America is a entertainment driven culture.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the entertainment. They love the entertainment TV and stuff like that. So sometimes it's kind of hard for people to differentiate the line between reality and fantasy.
Right.
Trump is a lot of fantasy.
Right.
It's like the Joker. It's like the Joker, man. We all love the Joker. We love the Joker with his dark, crazy, fucking crazy ass, right?
Yep.
But you leave him in the TV. You don't invite him into your life.
Right. Gotcha.
And some people don't know the difference. So now that there are a lot of people who've invited the Joker into their life, out of the TV and onto the couch next to him.
Yeah.
Now it ain't funny no more.
Yeah. Well, it seems, I mean, obviously I'm watching from a distance because I'm a long way away. It looks like people are changing and revolting and rebelling and speaking out. Does it feel that way to you more and more that people are not putting up with this? Or is it kind of a stalemate?
Well, it looks like people are speaking out more.
Yeah.
I speak out of my own way, man. Hell, I'm singing this Fishbone music and the lyrics. I'm making posts. I got these posts I've been making lately called Dr. Man Vibes Black Observation of White Power in the USA.
Right.
And so it's a couple of my spoken word pieces, man, that I put out just to share my opinion with social media on how I feel about the state that we're in today as a people in the country. And I got to notice, this is dangerous content, and this is dangerous content, and we're giving you a warning because of dangerous content. I'm like, man, what the fuck is dangerous? What the hell is in office running our country right now? That shit is dangerous content. Right. And that was a message to Zuckerberg.
Right.
Because he came on and said, well, we're not going to scrutinize people for saying freedom of speech, for engaging in that. Right. So I'll let you say what you want to say. Then when I wanted to say, they said, well, we might have to flag your shit, Angelo. So, it should go for everybody, man.
Yeah. So when you're out on the road and you're making these statements and you're making this music and you're up there on the stage, are you feeling threatened? Are you feeling like you're taking, that it's dangerous for you and your band?
I don't feel threatened. I don't feel threatened because I feel like I've been protesting my whole life.
Right.
So it feels like what I've been doing my whole life. It's just that right now, again, we're in some times where uh, revolution and evolution and civil war and martial law and all of those, all that dark type of shit is trying to take place. You know, maybe even some Bible prophecy. Sometimes I think it's Bible prophecy, man.
All right.
You know, because otherwise it wouldn't be so weird. Usually shit that people don't understand, usually on some Bible prophecy kind of level. Some crazy left shit happens. Like, oh, this is happening on a really large level and it's supposed to mean something.
Right.
It's sort of good. And
I mean, on this new record, you're not pulling any punches. You have a song called "Racist Piece of Shit." So, how are those going
they
down?
got,
Oh, you're just a racist piece of shit. Oh, you're just a racist piece of shit. You're just a racist piece of shit. You're just a racist piece of shit.
they got banned, by the way.
I'm sure it did.
I guess that's one of the reasons why we made it, because we knew it was going to get banned.
Right.
And you know what happens when you ban a song. Everybody wants to know why it got
Yeah.
banned. And then they want to hear it. Then they want their friends to hear it. So yeah, maybe that band shit is working out just fine.
Right.
The band plan.
Are you going to play it tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna play it tonight. We've been playing that shit every night.
And it closes out with a kind of a gospel number, "Love is Love." Tell me how that came to be.
Love is love is love. I am no better than you. You are no greater than me. I believe to my soul, together is better. Love is love is love.
Oh well, that song "Love Is Love." Just put that one together, man. It's kind of like a Beatles thing,
Right.
and we just wanted to put that on the end of the record to close it out on that note. So even though you get a barrage of unpredictability when it comes to the music and the genres, then you got that in the end to remind everybody that it's all about love in the end.
All right. So, what is there something you hope to accomplish when this record comes out and people hear it? Do you want to change minds, get them to think a certain way? Just what is your reason for making this
Well,
record at this time? Because it's the
well,
first one in a
well,
long time,
it's the first one in a long time. Actually, we had the one with Fat Mike
right?
before this. And so I don't know. I always count a record. Everybody says, well, this is the record that you haven't had in a long time. But I'm thinking to myself, hold on a second. We had Fat Mike, we did with Fat Mike, so we had that.
Right.
So this is including um a whole new, like a new different lineup,
Yep.
new blood, new outlook, and it's a fresh recreation.
Okay.
God has given us the opportunity to refresh and recreate the whole phenomenon of Fishbone.
All right.
And when it comes to the guys that were there, the original lineup, all of the guys that helped us create this legacy and this music that we are still continuing. I want to thank them. Unfortunately, later on, it turned into a lot of dysfunction
Right.
in the
Well,
band. There's always a dysfunctional factor, unfortunately, and so it makes you feel like you're imprisoned after a while. That's why I ended up calling the Fishbone Penitentiary after a while, because there was a lot of ego munching and pride,
right.
jealousy and envy, stuff like that going on. It had nothing to do with the fact that it was fun as hell
Right. Gotcha.
and the music was great.
Yep, that's for sure.
But that particular element, those elements right there, was what it was the cancer that deconstructed the brotherhood for a while. But
Right,
thank God, we were able to be blessed with the new guys, which gave us a new reason to continue
right.
what we had started with those guys before.
Yep.
'Cause we had songs, but we just didn't finish it because that other shit got in the way.
Yeah, well,
So but we weren't gonna just leave those songs there on the side of the road to just melt the sun, man. So we had to pick them up, put the air back in the tire. There was shit. Give it a little breastfeeding.
very good. Yeah. Suckered by sabotage, huh?
Talking about sabotage. Yeah, that's what would have happened. If we, talking about sabotage. Yes, I am.
Well, it kind of where you're talking about the interband stuff sounds kind of like what was going on with the Beach Boys and the late Brian Wilson had to put up with. Were you a fan of his music as well?
Oh, the late Brian Wilson. Yeah, he just passed too, right?
Yeah. Yep. Just the day after Sly.
Dude, fucking crazy.
Yeah. So I guess you just got to
Yeah,
keep going while you can.
yeah. And I like the Beach Boys when I hear them. They weren't at the top of my list, but they were definitely a part of my world.
Sure. Yep. I think. Yep. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. All right. Well, I'll let you get back because how did sound check go? You sounding good tonight?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. It's gonna be all right. We had a lengthy sound check. You know,
All
and
right.
so now we just hanging out, man. I might go to the trailer,
All right.
open up my studios. I always make hobo studios
Right. Right. Okay. Well,
in the
maybe one day you
trailer.
can make it down to New Zealand. We'd love to have you play.
Oh my God, I'd love to come down there, man. Make sure you go to my website,
Okay.
drmadvibe.com, drmadvibe.com. I got my books there. I got books. I got audio, coffee table, audio books. I got art. I got all kind of stuff.
I saw that. Yeah.
And then, of course, this Fishbone.net.
All righty. Thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
If you enjoyed this episode of the 13th Floor's Music Talk series, please be sure to subscribe to the website or to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram and wherever you find your podcasts. There's a whole lot more to discover.